Welcome back to another video on Ansible, how to install Ansible, how to create a target machine, and whatnot. Okay, we already discussed this about in the last video. I showed you how to install Ansible and how to create target machines and how to connect each target machine to Ansible controller. Okay, now let me show it again, because in local system when you install Oracle VMware, the IP address will keep on changing. Okay, so that is why you need to open the servers again and again and check your IP addresses of each and every machine. Okay, let me show you what are there. So in previous video I showed you how to create an Ansible controller, how to create target machines, and how to connect each and every target machine to your Ansible controller. Okay, this is the previous video. This is my previous connections on how I just connected my Ansible controller server machines to from the VMware. Okay, so this is a screenshot, but now the IP addresses and everything got changed, so I just updated each and every connections, and let me show you the new connections here. So now the IP address got changed. Previously we have 192.168.1.5, and coming to the series 5, 6, 7, and so on. Now we have 172.20.10.10. Okay, so these are the connections 8, 9, 10, 11. So now the series got changed. Let's connect each and every server. No, let's connect first the Ansible controller. I already have the Ansible controller here. Let me check my host name. See, host name is the OS boxes. Let me change my nothing happens. Let's be as OS boxes only, because it's a controller, right? Let us check the target machines as well. So I just created the host name for each and every target machine. So how would that be? Let me check. In previous video we have Indian server as target 1, USA server as target 2. This is a new server. Just to show you, on previous video we have some errors and everything. Now we will connect. I created this London server and want to connect with the Ansible controller. Okay, let me check the host name for each and every servers. Save. Login successful. Yeah, not the target actually. I just created the host name as India. No worries, I will create the host name for London server as well, so you get to know how our previous video and this video will be interlinked. Okay, there is no revision for that. There is no need to see the previous video again and again, because I am just going with the London server using the same commands and same configurations. Okay, so the Indian server is okay. I'll close it. I'll check the USA server. Accept. OSBoxes.org. Click on yes. Yeah, it is also having the USA. Okay, let me check the Ansible. I will ping the Ansible whether the two servers are connected or not, because in previous video I created the SSH key for two servers and I copied the key to them, and I tested the connection as well. Now I will just test the connections whether they are working or not. Okay, Ansible all represent all the servers, and ping. Let us check what is the result of our connectivity with the server 1 and server 2. So both the servers are failed. That means the IP addresses which we gave is previously copied from the previous IP address, but now the new IP address is 172.20.10.10. So let's recreate the connection again by creating the SSH key and just copy the SSH key to the target servers and press the connections. Okay, go. Let me check the SSH, my public and private key I just created inside the Ansible controller. That would be inside my etc. Well, I think we don't need to create the SSH key. We just need to change the Ansible config file. We just need to update the IP addresses. That's it. I think so. Let us do that. Okay, here is my Ansible. We are inside the etc folder directory. So now let's go into Ansible directory and check the configuration file. I'm using Nano editor. You can use VI as well, but Nano is user friendly for me. I also know VI editor, but let's go with the Nano. Okay, I opened the configuration file. Let me change the IP addresses of two servers, two remote servers, Indian and USA. All the way down, all the way down. Okay. Well, somewhere I have placed the IP addresses. Maybe in between, I think so, or I don't know if I need to create it again and again. Nope. See, okay, so I don't need to go inside the Ansible config file. Actually, I'm sorry to say this. I mistakenly told you that we need to open the Ansible configuration file. No, we should not open the Ansible configuration file. We need to open host files inside Ansible. Okay, let me go inside the hosts file. Hosts. Okay, now I'm inside the host file. Okay, now let me change the IP addresses of each and every server. So what will be the IP address? 172 dot. Go to the home. So my Indian server IP address is 172.20.10.9. Let me. It is 11 and 9. Okay, Indian is 9 and it's 11.1. Let me do that. Okay. Now I will change the IP address of the USA. It is 172.20.20.10.11. So this is the IP address of USA. Let me save this. Save. Okay. Now what we will do is like we just updated the Ansible host file. Let us test it again. If this is successful, that means the SSH key is already there, and we just updated the IP address. That's it. Let's do the ping test. Okay, something got messed up. Let me check it. I'm going inside one of the servers. So 172.20.10.11 is successfully connected, but there is an issue with the Indian server. Let me go inside the Indian server. What is there? 172.20.10.9, right? Okay, what is the issue with this? Message: using a SSH password instead of key is not possible because host key checking is enabled and SSH pass does not support this. Okay, I think so. The SSH key has been crashed. So what I need to do is I need to copy the SSH key again. I think so. Let us do that. Let me go back to the SSH config. So where will I have the SSH config? I will be having inside the root. Yeah, root. Let me go inside the root. Yeah, here is your .ssh directory. Let me go inside the SSH directory and find out the SSH keys. So our US SSH key is working fine, but only issue was with the Indian public and private key because it is not detecting the keygen. Okay, let me do one thing. I will clear, except the USA public and private key, I will clear the remaining ones. Let me remove this. Yes. Yes. And also the public key. Yes. Okay, we removed all the. Okay, one file we did not remove, that is rsa.public. Let us remove that as well. Yes. So all are fine. Let us create the SSH key for our Indian server again. SSH keygen, enter. So let us go with the random one. This is already a default random key that will generate automatically without giving any file name. Okay, that is created successfully. Now we will copy the SSH key inside our remote repository, not the repository, remote machine. Okay, so what is the file? Let me check what is the file created inside the SSH folder. So we have the default one, the ID underscore RSA, and ID underscore RSA public. This is our private key. This is our public key. What we need to do is, like, we need to share the public key to our server. So our private key will give access to the server which is having our public key having our public key inside the remote repository. Okay, let us do that. I think I'm just lagging out whatever I'm telling you guys, but I know you understood what I'm saying, want to say, and want to convey you how this works. Okay, what is the IP address of our Indian server? Is, let me check. So it is 172.20.10.9, right? Okay. So this is our remote. Let us give the password. Okay. Number of keys added successfully. Now try logging into the machine with this and make sure that only the key you wanted was added. Okay, let me check this. I think my keyboard is really worse because whatever I type, it goes on in a wrong way direction. So it has successfully logged in, because while whenever you try to connect a server, it will ask you authentications like password and everything. But now what I have done, I have added the SSH key, so I can successfully log in to the server, to the Indian server, without giving any password. That is the magic of creating the SSH key and adding to the server. Okay, this is a major advantage of adding the SSH key, and it is very safe, because whenever you copy the password and give it to other people who want to access your server, that could be a misplacing, and that could be a hacking technique. That is why you can just copy the SSH file and give the copy the file inside the server. That's it. You don't need to give any password and everything. Okay, you just created it, but I will exit now. So I have successfully logged out the machine, Indian server. Now what I will do is, like, I will check the connectivity inside the Ansible controller. I'm on the Ansible controller. I'm repeating the nonsense words again and again. So boring candidate, Mr. Mohan. Okay, you don't need to expose yourself as bad. Let us just test it out without wasting our time and your time as well. So the bad thing is, our Indian server is connected successfully, but our USA server got failed. Very bad. So what we will do, we will just create it again. Okay, what is the message here? Fail to connect to the host via SSH. That means your SSH file which you created inside your Ansible controller is not attached to your USA server. So what you will do, you will create a USA server SSH file, and you will copy the public key inside your USA remote repository. Let us do it again without any discussions. Create the SSH keygen. So it will be my USA, but we already have that. Let me give some other name called USA new, because we will remove that old file which we have with the name of ID underscore RSA underscore USA. Okay, let us check what we have. So we have the USA new public, USA new private key, and USA new public key. Let me delete this one. ISA ID underscore RSA underscore USA. Okay. Oh. I'm just talking like A for apple, B for boy. Yeah.